What's cracking, everybody? James Coe here with you, all my fantasy freaks and geeks. What's going on? Week 9. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're here. We're just about halfway done with the season, man, and I'm excited, man. You know why I'm excited? Because I got here, I got an extra hour of sleep. I didn't even know I was going to get this morning, so I'm pumped, man. I'm fired up this morning. I'm well rested. I feel great. I woke up and I'm like, what's going on, man? Why is there so much more light today? I thought I was late. Swear to God, man. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? Um, so if you guys have questions, man, just throw them my way. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? We're talking about start sit. We're talking about week number 9. We're getting you ready. We're pumped up. We're ready to do this damn thing. What's going on, man? Let's get it cracking. I wanted to say good morning to everybody out there. Appreciate you guys joining me today. So yeah, man, let's get it going. I got the good coffee today. I got some coffee today. Let's just say that. And plus, I got my extra hour of sleep, man. Ooh, I'm feeling awesome, bro. I'm feeling awesome, man. Jeremy, what's going on? You need to figure out a flex in 12-man PPR. Eli Mitchell, DeAndre Hopkins, Jeff Wilson, or Brandon Ayuk. Oh my God. Okay, here's the thing. Um, okay, so I love Eli Mitchell. And I think he's an absolute must start if he plays the entire game. But people are talking about, man, he might not make it through the whole game. They got to test it out, blah, 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 blah. Look, if you want the upside, I'm going Eli Mitchell. I think it's a good matchup that he's got this week, and quite honestly, but if you want to get crazy, I don't know, man. Like I'm looking at Brandon Ayuk, and I'm like, yo, is this dude back? Like the coaching staff talking well about him, talking about how he's practicing hard, doing all these things. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling Brandon Ayuk might have a little bit of a breakout game um today, man. Like Debo Samuel's all banged up. You know what I mean? Like I know George Kittle's back, but could Brandon Ayuk have a little breakout game today? Could happen, man. It could happen. I don't know. So I tell you what. Personally, I actually have this decision to make. Um, Eli Mitchell, Nuke Hopkins. Well, I don't have Nuke. I feel like if see the thing with Nuke is that it's a double whammy, right? Like not only is he going to go because he hasn't practiced, but also is Kyler going to go because he hasn't practiced at all either. And if he goes, how effective is he going to be? If Nuke goes, how effective is he going to be? So I feel like there's just too much going on there. So I want to play Nuke obviously, but I'm probably not trusting it. Just with the various injury concerns, man. So that's kind of how I feel about your situation there. So I tell you what, I personally am going Eli Mitchell. I have Eli Mitchell on the team. I'm throwing him out there. I also have Brandon Ayuk on that same team, and he is currently on my bench. So I personally am going Eli Mitchell over Brandon Ayuk, but I got to say I am very intrigued by Brandon Ayuk this morning. Rev Shane, what's cracking, man? Good to see you, pal. Strong Style Ninja, man. I always appreciate the support. Clark Schuyler, of course, always coming in strong as well, man. Thoughts on Jordan Love today? Can I tell you, I've got a couple of stacks with Jordan Love. I went back, I watched his preseason tape. I try to watch a little bit of his game tape too from college, which is, again, it's just college, and how much do you get from him playing, on the team that he played for in the conference that he played in, right? So, but Jordan Love, I don't know, like he's got a strong arm, he's mobile. If you were to tell me that Jordan Love were to get outside the pocket and run, I'd be like, he's an automatic start for me. Automatic. I think the game plan that we're going to see, and again, Kansas City has allowed the second most fantasy points to the quarterback position. I think the game plan we're going to see is a little bit of the game plan we saw in the preseason, which is a lot of checkdowns, a lot of early looks. I think Devontae Adams is going to get a lot of looks, but at some point, they're going to have to make plays because Kansas City is going to put up points, right? So I think they're going to be trailing. And I think Jordan Love, again, if we trust the legs, he's an interesting play. So yeah, I'm intrigued by Jordan Love, and I'll be 100% honest with you. As recently as Wednesday, I was like, nah, I'm good. But then Thursday, I go back, I look at some game tape. It's a lot of checkdowns, but I was impressed by the arm strength and the mobility. And so, like I said, if he can get out, if you were to tell me he's going to get out there and run, oh yeah, I'm signing you up. I mean, come on, like I'm saying straight up, Taysom Hill, start him. I think Taysom Hill might be a better play than Ryan Tannehill this week. Honestly, this is a dude that averaged over 22 fantasy points in your standard drafts in your standard leagues. Taysom Hill was just lighting up Atlanta last year, and it's kind of sort of the same makeup. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you were to tell me Jordan Love moves around today, I like it. I like it a lot, man. So there you go. Half PPR. David Johnson, James Robinson. James Robinson might not go, bro. You've got Hyde, so you're ready for it. You've got Van Jefferson, my dog. I've been hyping up Van Jefferson for a minute now. I've been hyping up Van Jefferson for weeks. And I think he's a go. David Johnson, I think you can bench. Well, first of all, you're definitely benching David Johnson for Van Jefferson. I was high on David Johnson when they traded away Mark Ingram, and then they just start giving touches to Philip Lindsay. I don't know, man. The matchup is okay. It's pretty good. As a matter of fact, Miami's been giving up some points to the running back position. But yeah, it's awfully tough to trust. It really is. Miami in terms of the matchup has given up, the 11th most fantasy points, the 11th most total yards. They've given up the ninth most rushing yards, but David Johnson doesn't really get a lot of work out of the backfield just from a pure runner perspective. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not really trusting David Johnson. I think he's a bench in almost all formats. And again, I really wanted to like David Johnson. And hell, I think earlier in the week I actually told somebody, hey, David Johnson could be sneaky, but I go back and watch that game tape and I'm like, yeah, they're not really utilizing him. They're finding ways to not utilize them too. So yeah, man. I'm going. I'm definitely going Van Jefferson. Bryan Edwards in Oakland. In Las Vegas is an interesting play too. So is AJ Dillon because I do think that Green Bay is going to run on the lean on the run game. I do. But yeah, James Robinson, if he goes, you're playing him. But you got to get Van Jefferson in there for David Johnson for sure. CMC on a snap count or one of AP or Mcnichols. Give me CMC on a snap count. I don't know, man. Like, what do you guys think, dude? What do you guys think is going to happen in the Tennessee backfield? Because, like, here's the thing. We're all guessing. Anyone who tells you that they're not is lying to your face. So I'm not going to lie to your face. I'm guessing. AP looks bad. I didn't think he looked great, but he could score touchdowns. That dude could still score touchdowns with the best of them. And so he's coming on off the couch. Does he know the system? I don't know. Does he need to know the system? They play a lot under center, which helps him a lot. But they also run outside a lot, which doesn't help him a lot. This guy needs to get the A gap or he's gone. Like he's an A gap or bust dude. You know what I mean? And like they don't really run a lot of that, right? Like they're running to the outside a lot in Tennessee. So I don't know. I feel like Jeremy Mcnichols is the starter in name. So what are we talking? Like Mcnichols gets like what? Like 12 touches? AP gets what? 10? You want 10? You want 10 AP touches? You want 12 Mcnichols touches? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really. I guess I'm not feeling it that much. And I guess I would also say this: they should be trailing in this game, which means I think AP is an absolute non-starter. So you could make an argument for Mcnichols out of the passing game, but again, I'm not loving it. Half PPR, especially, I think even lowers that ceiling a little bit even more. So I don't know, man. Daniel Haas, what's going on? It's good to see you, pal. My guy TR Diaz, always jumping into the YouTubes, which I appreciate. Full flex PPR, Kadarius Toney, Emmanuel Sanders. New Dexter premieres tonight. and you're in it? What? Okay. Hold up, dude. Can I get a few more details, Tierra Diaz? Come on, my guy. What's going on here? You're in the new Dexter? I didn't know I was talking to a celebrity. Come on now, bro. What is going on? This is dope. Really? Okay. But to answer your question, I kind of like Kadarius Toney. Now that being said, Emmanuel Sanders to me has a pretty good floor and decent upside too. But if it's just a pure upside play, I like Kadarius Toney. Now, if you want that mix of like good floor with decent upside, Emmanuel Sanders is your dude. Remember, Jacksonville last week made Geno Smith look like a competent quarterback. Tyler Lockett with the checkdowns, Tyler Lockett in the intermediate areas of the field. And before Tyler Lockett and Geno Smith, man, man, they could not get it going. So Jacksonville made them look good. I'll say this about Jacksonville too, and Jacksonville has been atrocious. Jacksonville has allowed the seventh most fantasy points per game to the wide receiver position. But here's the thing, dude. They have allowed a 77% catch rate to wide receivers. 77% catch rate to wide receivers. That's the worst in the NFL. And second place, this is a surprise, but Carolina has allowed a 69% catch rate to the wide receiver position. That's the second highest. Although, again, they haven't allowed a lot of fantasy points. It's a lot of like check down underneath throws. Jacksonville, that's not the case. Like they are allowing completions to every area of the field, deep, intermediate, underneath. They stink. By the way, league average is 64%. So 77% is out of control. Just checking my phone here, just making sure I don't miss any breaking news here. Bills wide receiver Cole Beasley questionable with a rib injury. Does sound like he's going to go. But he's going to be a little bit questionable there. All right. Yeah, so there you go. And then I love reading about the culture war between Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham Jr. It's like why do we have to have a culture war on this? Can I just say, I know this is in fantasy, okay, but like, guys, like, why do we have to have a culture war when it comes to OBJ and Baker Mayfield? Like, why? Like, why does it have to happen? Like, OBJ, he didn't play that well. Baker doesn't look for him. They're both to blame. It's like, how can you look at OBJ and say, oh, he's playing, dude, he's dropping passes all over the place. He's like, the separation underneath is pretty good. But again, it's just kind of like, I don't know. Like, it's hard to say that he's playing well. He's also banged up. I don't blame him. He's banged up. But like, why are we doing this? I don't understand. Like, I don't know. Anyways, it's a little silly to me. I guess what I'm just saying is like people saying like OBJ is still playing like he's a Pro Bowler. Like, guys, he's not. He's a good player. I think he's still a good player. He's not playing like a Pro Bowler though. This isn't like when he had Eli Manning. Like OBJ out there just running crazy open, and Eli Manning soft tossing him balls. Like, no, that's not this. He's not playing well. I think he's banged up. He's coming off a series of injuries. He's lost a little explosiveness, but I think he can still play. I'm not saying he's done. And it's not and like people caping up for Baker. I'm like, dude, what? How are you caping up for Baker? Like, what is going on? It's craziness to me, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get the people going crazy for OBJ, and I definitely don't understand the people caping up for. Have you guys been watching Baker play? Baker's not playing good. What? They're completely masking Baker. They're trying to play. They're managing their game around Baker. That's not good. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, we're managing the. It's like, that's terrible. You're talking about him like he's like some kind of like backup journeyman, Like you're talking about like he is like Case Keenum. Like, oh, we have to work around Case Keenum. Okay, fine. Like we've seen Case Keenum. He's not good, right? Like he's on his good days, he's slightly above average. On his bad days, he's blowing you games. Like, anyways, we're getting back to fantasy, man. I apologize. Tierra Diaz, to your point, Emmanuel Sanders, if you want a good mix of floor and ceiling. Kadarius Toney, if you're just going all gas, no brakes, and you want that, and all you want is ceiling. Rev Shane, what do you got for me? Flex question. Half PPR. Jerry Jeudy at Dallas. Yes. Yes. Jerry Jeudy at Dallas. Go give me that one all day long. Kadarius Toney at Vegas. I just got done saying Kadarius Toney is your super upside play, and I still agree with that in this scenario too. But I love Jerry Jeudy this week. I think he gives you a really safe floor. Half PPR, it's obviously a little bit less enticing. And here I'll give you my numbers on Dallas, which not great. Okay, but hold on, let me get there. Dallas against slot receivers. They have allowed the 11th fewest fantasy points. They're also been really tough against slot receivers, allowing a 57.9% completion rate in the slot, which is, let me just say, that is extremely good. The league average on slot throws is 63.6%, but anything below 60% anywhere is really, really good. And Dallas is doing a really, really good job. Now, that being said, I just got done saying all these great numbers about Dallas. That being said, Jerry Jeudy is a different animal, and he gets looks, he gets open. I think he's going to get a lot of play. And remember, I thought he looked actually pretty good one game out of that injury. Now we're another week away. He did get, his feet wet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got the beak wet. I think he's ready to rock and roll, dude. Johnny Daly, what's going on? Melvin Gordon. Hey, just a reminder, help me, help y'all. Okay, let's use full names. I look at Gordon, and I don't know. It's like early in the morning here on the West Coast, bro. Like, I look at Gordon, I'm like, why is this dude thinking about Josh Gordon right now? It's like, obviously, okay, we're talking about Melvin Gordon. Okay, Melvin Gordon or Javonte or both, and bench Emmanuel Sanders. I don't think you bench Emmanuel Sanders. I actually think, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think you play Melvin Gordon. And I'm one of those dudes that loves Javonte too. But I think you definitely need to get Emmanuel Sanders in there. And this one could burn you. Javonte could crack one, like it's so funny. Like, we always it's like in the industry, it's like, I don't know, kind of like a running joke. It's like, oh, he's due, but he kind of is due. Javonte's kind of due. But I don't know, man. Melvin Gordon has just been running really hard. He looks really good. So yeah, man. I don't know. I kind of like Gordon there, but I definitely think you need to play Emmanuel Sanders. Do you think Love helps or hurts AJ Dillon's value this week? It hurts. I definitely think it hurts him. I think Aaron Jones is going to get a lot of checkdowns. I think Devontae Adams is going to see a ton of bubble screens, which is super unfortunate. I think this hurts. By the way, I think this definitely hurts Devontae Adams. He's going to get volume. He's not going to get air yards. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if LaFleur and company open it up with Jordan Love. I would be stunned. I think it's going to be, they're going to keep everything super close to the chest and just keep everything underneath, man. Yeah. So trust Big Mike or go with Tony PPR. In full point PPR, I really like Tony. I think he's just going to get so much work. No Sterling Shepard. Kenny Galladay's banged up. Dude, Tony's going to get he's getting 10 targets, man, minimum. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing about Big Mike, dude. Philadelphia has allowed not that many points, fantasy points to the wide receiver position. I believe second fewest, if I'm not mistaken. And third, what are they at? Hold on. I don't want to say, I don't want to misspeak. Let's go, Philadelphia. Where are you at? Yeah, third fewest fantasy points in full point PPR. Okay, here's the thing. They run two deep shell, right? And they pretty much allow anything to kind of sort of happen underneath. It's like they've talked about it on the broadcast many times. Like they're very much a bend but don't break offense. And I know that they've used Mike Williams underneath a lot more this year. His ADOT has come way down. When you take a look at what Philadelphia does, the numbers would back this up too, right? Like Philadelphia has allowed the fourth fewest fantasy points on deep passes this year. They allow a 37% catch rate on deep passes, which is about league average. And yeah, so I think Mike Williams is going to get contained and bottled up a little bit. To me, this feels like a huge, big time Keenan Allen game. Like I feel like Keenan Allen's going to get like minimum 8 receptions, minimum. And anything like if he got one of those like stupid 12, 13 catch games, I wouldn't be surprised. I really, really like the Herbert Keenan Allen stack this week. But if we're talking full point PPR, give me Tony over Big Mike. And the thing with Tony, I get it. Like he comes with that injury risk. But man, I'll go with it, bro. Nick Hobie, what's going on, dude? Hey, good to see you. I think this is the first time you've asked me a question, dude. And I appreciate that. Respect, man. I appreciate you coming through the live chat. Mitchell, Judy, or Tony? Man, a lot of Tony questions out there. A lot of Tony questions on the fantasy streets, dude. Which I appreciate. I wish I had shares of Tony, man. Like, I'll be 100% honest, dude. I was not in on Tony, man. Like I thought Tony was a good athlete, and that was it. And how many times have we seen good athletes with not very good skills bust in the NFL? Like, so I wasn't in on Tony. I wish I had him because I tell you, he's like, you know who he kind of plays like? He kind of plays like Debo. You know, he's a zone beater. And when you get him the ball in space, dude's a problem. Dude's an absolute problem. And I discounted that. So that's my bad. That's my bad. Eli Mitchell has got that rib injury, which I'm worried about. Jerry Jeudy's got, not the best matchup against Dallas. I just laid that out. Dallas has been pretty good against the slot. I think that's a really good group, though. But I think Tony does come with, and again, I just want to reiterate, this is a boom or bust play. Tony's got that ankle injury. He could re-aggravate it at any point, like we saw last week. And it's a boom or bust play. You know what I mean? But if you're going for that boom, give me Tony. Now, if you're going for floor, I like Judy, especially in full point PPR. I like Judy as a floor there in a full point PPR. But full point PPR, man, like give me, I'll take Tony because I think half PPR that changes the dynamic a little bit in half point. Half point, actually, of these three, I'd probably go Eli Mitchell. Half point. Okay. Easy bond. Zay Jones, Carlos Hyde, Timmy Patrick, DPJ. I'm intrigued by DPJ. You got to start 2 this week. You know what? If you're starting 2, why do you have Zay Jones in the mix, my dude? I love that, though. I will go Tim Patrick and DPJ. I think those are your 2 options. I actually don't feel too bad about those options, to be honest with you. I don't feel too bad about DPJ. I've got notes on DPJ, don't I? Where am I going here? Hold on. What are we looking at here? I got some notes on DPJ, I believe. I got DPJ as a sleeper. What did I write with DPJ, my dudes? Hold on. I know I got this. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me because I know I got it. I do have DPJ. I got Donovan Peoples-Jones. Cincinnati allows a 68.9% catch rate. You know what? We're going to say they allow a 69% catch rate. Very nice. To wide receivers, that's the 3rd highest in the NFL. Obviously, OBJ is gone. In his last 2 games played, Donovan Peoples-Jones, 85.5 yards per game, including a 101-yard, 2-touchdown explosion there in week number 6. Donovan Peoples-Jones, I don't feel too bad about that. That's okay. Jack Crutchley, he's been hyping Van Jefferson for months. Yes, I have been in the freaking preseason. I'm like, yo, Van Jefferson's interesting. I do love Van Jefferson, dude. It's like kind of funny, man. Dearness Johnson or Jordan Howard, half point PPR. You know what, man? Like I thought Dearness was going to get more work, and I don't think he did. And plus, it's a little bit of a tougher matchup, to be honest with you. Cincinnati's actually sneaky good against running backs too. Um, so yeah, Cincinnati allows the sixth most fantasy points per game to running back, which I know sounds like a lot. Okay, it is a good spot for Nick Chubb. Dearness, I do have marked down as a sleeper, but it was a 16-4 split in Week 8 against Pittsburgh, and the reason I'm saying Cincinnati sneaky good, they allow a 3.7 yards per carry average to opposing running backs. It's actually the seventh best in the NFL. So if you want to know where they've been getting banged, it's on touchdowns. They've allowed 8 total touchdowns, basically a touchdown a week, really, to the running back position. So I don't know, like, and Jordan Howard, like, he comes with a lot of downside risk too, but for whatever reason, man, like, look, the Chargers cannot stop the run. They allow 5.0 yards per carry. It's the second worst in the NFL. Only Houston is worse than the LA Chargers. Once Kenneth Murray went down, their linebacking core has been getting just smacked around on the run. They allow the fifth most fantasy points per game to that position group as well. Boston Scott, I think, is a really good sleeper. Joe Ho saw 12 carries last week, which is just it's crazy. But both these guys are highly volatile, deep sleeper plays. And if you're asking me, give me the better matchup. I'll take Jordan Howard. And dude, they continue to slam Joe Ho around the goal line. So at least he's gonna have at least some touchdown upside. Clark Schuyler. Hey, yo, guys, by the way, I am running out of time a little bit, man. So if you got questions, I'm going to try to burn through as many as possible. I went on that stupid OBJ rant for no reason. No reason. I don't know. Why am I getting heated? I don't care. I'm getting heated about the people getting heated. What a stupid reason to get heated. Anyway, Clark Schuyler, you need 3 of these guys on a dumpster fire squad. Mecole, Evan Ingram, Mark Ingram, Devin Singletary, Mike Davis. Oh, my God. How can you play Mike? You can't play Mike Davis. You can't play. You got to play. First of all, you got to play Mecole. All right. That's in the books. You're getting some upside. He's getting some volume. You're playing Mecole. Okay, fine. Now you need 2 more of that group, bro. Give me Evan Ingram because they're down pass catchers and he's going to be pressed into action. So that's 2. All right. Comes down to Mark Ingram or Devin Singletary. By the way, I just want to say Atlanta too, also sneaky good against running backs. And we've been kind of sort of discounting Atlanta for years now, but they've been good 2 years in a row now. They allow 3.88 yards per carry to running back position. That's the 9th best in the NFL. They're middle of the pack in terms of yards allowed. Now they have allowed touchdowns. Again, 8 touchdowns to the running back group, and thus they have allowed the 8th most fantasy points to that position group. But honestly, it's been pretty sneaky good, to be honest with you. Like, listen, if you're allowing less than 4 yards to carry, that's pretty good. 3.88 yards per carry to the running back group, that's pretty good. I think Mike Davis. I'm out on the Mike Davis business. So if it's between Mark Ingram and Devin Singletary, give me Devin Singletary. I don't know. I think it's a higher scoring game. You're at least, exposing yourself to a little bit more touchdown upside, man. So there you go. But Mcnichols is going to dominate this week. AP takes over next week. All right, that's not bad. John Patterson, Titans full committee. Yeah. I think that's what we're going with, man. Go. Let's go. John Patterson, I see you, man. QB streamer Nick Hobie. Bridgewater, Love, or Tyrod? I like Tyrod of that group, but dude, don't discount Jordan Love either. Dude, Bridgewater, get him out of here, bro. Like, he was good early, and nah. I am intrigued. I said this earlier in the stream too, and if you missed it, I'm very intrigued by Jordan Love. KC, obviously, great matchup for Jordan Love. And I think he'll scoot. I think he'll get out there, man. But either Love or Tyrod, but I kind of sort of like Tyrod Actually, I like Tyrod kind of a lot this week, to be honest with you. So give me Tyrod. Ben Junker, what's going on, man? Hey, by the way, I think this is the first time I've seen you in the stream, man. So I appreciate you joining in, dude. We do this every week, my dude. Hey, by the way, if you guys are here, man, hey, can you guys like and subscribe to the channel? Like, I would love that. I would love that. It motivates me more to get these live streams up and running. Who knows? Maybe I try to do them a little bit more in the week too. But every Sunday for sure. Hey, like and subscribe, man. I would really appreciate that. I really, really would. I don't do a good job of telling people to subscribe to my channel, but yeah, if you guys could tell other people to subscribe, that'd be dope too. That'd be dope too. I would truly appreciate that. I really would. Ben Junker, would you risk Khalil Herbert on Monday with David Montgomery likely active? Roll the dice with Javonte today. Hey man, just roll the dice with Javonte. Like, what are we missing here? Both guys are extremely talented. Both guys are in timeshares. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I missing here? And I like the Javonte. I like the Javonte, upside at least. Dallas has been tough, admittedly so against running backs, right? Like they've allowed the 8th fewest fantasy points per game to that position group. If you want some like upside though, they have allowed 4.35 yards per carry to that group. So I think they've gotten a little bit lucky in terms of touchdowns. They've only allowed 4 touchdowns all year long to the group, to running back. So if you're looking for a little bit of upside there, I kind of sort of like Javonte. I'm not going to lie to you. You had a dream, OBJ to the Cowboys. That would be a good fit. Not a good fit, but it would muck everything up. But I'm just saying, like, that would be a very Cowboys maneuver to go get OBJ, man. And by the way, OBJ, I think OBJ wants a bigger market after Cleveland. I could be wrong, dude. Like, and I get it, Baker's doing all these ads or whatever, but I think OBJ would work well, bro. He'd work well in LA. Like, imagine him with the Chargers or Rams. I'm just saying. Like the Rams are loaded, but they could always be more loaded. And I tell you what, man, like I know he's probably not a culture fit with like Justin Herbert because he's such a quiet dude, and Brandon Staley. I don't know. It seems kind of no nonsense to me. So maybe he doesn't really fit there, but I don't know. Like he's actually a really, really, really good fit for the Chargers too, don't you think? Like him and Keenan can mix it up outside, inside. Mike Williams over the top. Josh Palmer, who we all in the fantasy industry love as like a future play, 2022 maybe. So there you go. Hopkins, Murray, unlikely to play. How does that affect Edmonds and Connor's value? Connor, dude, can I just pull up my notes on Connor? Oh my gosh, where is he? Anyways, let me just say this. Connor is averaging his touchdown rate, dude, is insano. I want to say he's averaging like a touchdown every 11 carries. Bro, when LaDainian Tomlinson scored 28 rushing touchdowns, it was a touchdown like every 12 carries. So this touchdown rate is not sustained. I think he's completely going to bust this week. I think he completely busts this week. That's my thought on James Conner. Edmonds will see, I think, a little bit of a bump because he'll see a few more targets, but not much. Not much. So there you go. Wait, Tua's out? Is that right? Did I miss that? Is Tua's out? What's going on? Tua fractured finger? What? Tua fractured finger? He's out? Oh, my dude. What is going on there? Oh, man. That's rough, bro. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, no. He's out. Oh, dude, you know what's crazy, too? Devontae Parker's out. Oh, man. Damn. Okay, that's messed up, dude. Is Julio Nikhil Patel? Wait, hold up, dude. This isn't my boy Nick Patel. No, that's not. No. His name's Nikesh. Nikhil Patel. Hey, man, I just want to let you know one of my best friends in this whole entire world. He's like a brother to me. Like I would die for this man. He was one of the best. He was one of my groomsmen in my wedding. Like I love this dude, and his name is Nick Patel. Except his name is Nikesh Patel. Although he would not appreciate me giving out his government name on a live stream. But he doesn't watch me, so he doesn't even. The funny thing is, he doesn't even play fantasy football. This is what's truly funny. I'll let you guys know, and then I got to go. This is what's really funny. My closest friends in the world, the 3 groomsmen in my wedding, they don't play fantasy football. They have no fucking idea. They know what I do. They don't give 2 shits about. They don't play fantasy football at all. Like when their work league comes up, I'll get a couple of texts. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. They don't care. They don't know. Like, shit, man. I gotta be honest with you. 2 of them don't even watch NFL. I got a boy who's a big Raiders fan. Like, he's my dude. Like, he's a big Raiders fan. Okay. Then I got a guy who's like a college football fan, kind of. Like, we all went to Cal together, right? So, like, he's a Cal fan, right? Like, he watches he lives in Seattle now, so he watches some UW football, but he doesn't even watch it. He doesn't even care about the NFL. Then my guy Nick Patel, this dude doesn't even watch sports. He doesn't even care. He doesn't care at all. It's great. Is Julio Jones playable? Yes, he's 100% playable. No injury designation today. I think he's absolutely a playable asset. I just want people to know Marcus Johnson. Like, you don't need to add him, but just flag that name. Marcus Johnson. Good athlete, super injury prone, can't stay on the field, but a very good athlete. Played the majority of the snaps with Julio Jones out last week. If either Julio Jones or A.J. Brown missed time, and remember, it's like, hey, listen, it's not like A.J. Brown's the model of health. You know what I'm saying? Not the model of health over here, okay? If either one of those guys misses time, Marcus Johnson would see a super increase in targets, volumes, air yards, all that kind of stuff. Marcus Johnson is a name I just want you guys to keep in mind. Yes, Julio Jones is playable. Second question, Damian Harris or Carlos Hyde if James Robinson sits? Give me Damian Harris. He's been getting pretty good workload. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, honestly, please, if you guys want me to do more of these things, man, like and subscribe, man. Like, truly. Like, that would be dope. I'm going to try to burn through a bunch. Chase, and then I got to go. Chase Edmonds, Boston Scott, give it to me. OBJ to Tampa. Dude, they might as well. Load up, bro. Load up. Let's go. Tight end streamer this week. Hunter Henry, right? Full names help, but I think it's Hunter Henry. Evan Ingram or Pat Freiermuth. Oh, I love Pat Freiermuth. But Hunter Henry's getting some work too, man. Give me Pat Freiermuth in that one. Keenan Allen, Robert Woods, Brandon Cooks. Bro, that's loaded, dude. What? Okay, you can't sit Keenan Allen. You got to play him. Robert Woods came in a little banged up. So that's the Muth is Luth. Yes. Keenan Allen for sure. Robert Woods a little banged up. Brandon Cooks with an eye gets Tyrod back in a pretty good matchup. So yeah, give me Brandon Cooks. I don't feel great about that. Hold up. Timeout. 20-second timeout. Keenan Allen, Robert Woods. Sorry. No. I want to love Brandon Cooks. Give me Robert Woods. Safer floor, just as high as upside. Give me Robert Woods. Kyler Murray probably out. I didn't see that, but I guess he's probably out now. All right. Kyler Murray out. Mayfield, Tyrod Taylor, Jacoby Brissett. Oh man, or Trevor Lawrence. Tyrod Taylor, dude, come on, bro. So there you go. All right. Hey, listen, I got to peace out, man. DirecTV Fantasy Zone, channel 704 on DirecTV. If you're not watching the best fantasy show on the planet, you're not doing it right. I'm telling you, this is the show of fantasy shows. Best show in fantasy, hands down. I don't want to hear no arguments. This is the best show in fantasy. It's myself. It's my guy, the Guru John Hansen, Lindsey Rhodes, Dan Hellie. Trust me. There's no 4 people that know more about football and have been around the game of football longer than our cast. We got Dr. Mark Addix. Ain't no show got Dr. Mark Addix. Dr. Mark Addix is a freaking unicorn, baby. Okay, Mark Addix, Super Bowl winning, offensive lineman, Harvard Medical School, orthopedic surgeon, one of the best in the country. Ain't no show got Dr. Mark Addix. We got the best fantasy show on planet Earth. DirecTV channel 704. Please watch, like and subscribe, y'all. I'm appreciating you guys jumping into the chat. I will see you guys next week, dude. Hey, if you guys like it, man, tell a friend. Share it on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter too. By the way, if you guys got fantasy questions, hit me up on Twitter. I answer questions there too. Anyways, hey, I'll see you guys later, man. DirecTV channel 704, Fantasy Zone. We'll see you. Peace.